Cosmo, this is monumental. Yeah, 40 orders for my hitters, bust the roll, he made it glitter. Walking spots, they taking pictures. Reposado in my liver, had to stand up and deliver. I treat this music like the scripts. 40 orders for my hitters, bust the roll, he made it glitter. Walking spots, they taking pictures. Reposado in my liver, had to stand up and deliver. I treat this music like the scripts. Keep it 100 with you. I done had some money issues, and still broke bread, knowing I barely had a crumb to give you. I caught that case for my dog when they rushed the spitter. You can't learn to be real, it gotta be fucking in you. Sometimes the hate's around the corner and the love could trick you. Sometimes this life will knock you off course, you must continue. Brody passed the pole before we touched the venue. Riding with some big shit, let a gun inside a musket hit you. Feel like young Marshall in the trenches, ducking from the D's and 12. We got pistols with extensions. Remember sliding in the center, now this car got an emblem. Spirit of ecstasy on the rolls, popping X with my grandmas. Me and Chop Black strapped to Savannah. Nipsey told me that he fucked with me down in Atlanta. Remember baggies on the table in the trap with the skin. I brought the chip back to my city, this Cuban chain like a band. Blind. Yeah, 40 orders for my hitters, bust the roll, he made it glitter. Walking spots, they taking pictures. Reposado in my liver, had to stand up and deliver. I treat this music like the scripts. 40 orders for my hitters, bust the roll, he made it glitter. Walking spots, they taking pictures. Reposado in my liver, had to stand up and deliver. I treat this music like the scripts.
I kept the rollie plain, little blue pills for the pain. White tea, not a stain, 100 milli from the game. Fuck a drizzle, it's the rain, I'm about to flood this bitch. Little bump off the block, but they ain't cut this shit. Big ice cubes in my cup, private room at Bellotto, me and Nas in the cut. Boy, the stash in his Benz is triggered by a pen. Watch the dash lift up, duck the gun, charge again. We going crazy on the East Coast, they wonder where I've been. Break that shit down, try to turn it into 10. When I made the top 5, I made a couple heads spin. They sick, are they mad? They wanna be my friends. From a block to a yacht, in the summer out in Greece. Our bosses at the table, ain't no time for a leech. Throwaways, being wiped down with the bleach. Top down, smoking, getting ashes on my seats. Burn.
40 orders for my hitters, bust the roll, he made it glitter. Walking spots, they taking pictures. Reposado in my liver, had to stand up and deliver. I treat this music like the scripts. 40 orders for my hitters, bust the roll, he made it glitter. Walking spots, they taking pictures. Reposado in my liver, had to stand up and deliver. I treat this music like the scripts.
I was shining on the city lights. All this doubt around me, then but look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live a petty life. All those nights I laid awake, I pray for better life. Now I wake up with a baddie like I said I might. This a better life, you never tried, I bet it right. This a better life, you never tried, I bet it right. You been stuck, it's where you at because you never tried. Want a better life, I had a time, I bet it right. Yeah, I just took a chance and yeah, let me write. Look, I just took a chance and yeah, I rolled the dice. Yeah, women I'll be bad because the fuck was nice. Yeah, I must admit that this ain't overnight. I just hit the double with the jackpot. I'm in the snow, this in New England, but I'm dying high. Now I'm not for the music when I can't stop. Ain't gon' let me anywhere to ask me. Ask a favor with a shout out to gas me. Really, they ain't take a risk, but want the outcome. Then asking how come. I was shining on the city lights. All this doubt around me, then but look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live a petty life. All those nights I laid awake, I pray for better life. Now I wake up with a baddie like I said I might. This a better life, you never tried, I bet it right. This a better life, you never tried, I bet it right. You been stuck, it's where you at because you never tried. Want a better life, I had a time.
I'm all in this. I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch, it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. Don't second guess it, I let it set it. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. I smack my girl's ass, tell her pinch me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
All this doubt around me, then but look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live a petty life. All those nights I laid awake, I pray for better life. Now I wake up with a baddie like I said I might.
What's up, everybody? Nice to see a lot of you here. I need to adjust camera real quick. All right, I think we're good. All right, not a lot of you here. That's fine. It is a Wednesday. I'm streaming later than I normally do. For those of you watching, I'm going to talk about, what we're expecting next. I'll be honest with you, it is ugly. And to be more honest with you, it's exactly what we expected, right? I am not surprised at all on what's happening, and neither should you. We had a record amount of selling in the 100K area. We had all of the indicators in the world telling us to be bearish. We've gone over this stuff before, so I'm not going to waste too much time to tell you. Obviously, lots of volume trending down as we're making new all-time highs, lots of divergences, right? Lots of momentum divergences, lots of issues. And on top of that, just a very simple tweet that I've made a couple times. And the only reason I'm going over this, I've had a couple people DM and ask, why do you think this way? Why did you think this way? And, we've covered it several times. I don't know why Twitter's not working. But let's try this again. Guys, I tried to point out the facts that are very easy to see. It doesn't take a genius. It really doesn't take a genius to figure this out. We had record amount of selling, which always happens at the top, right? Record. Near record. Now, this is pre-updated to 126K. I mean, you're at a record amount of Bitcoin being sold. It's, again, everything was there. Everything was there for you to say, hey, maybe there is something wrong with this chart. Maybe, we're up 700, almost 800% from lows, right? Maybe it's time to... Oh, is my mic? Oh, fuck. My mic's all fucked up, isn't it? Dude, hold on. Let's see, is it working? Is it... The fuck? Yo, why is my mic... I don't know what system is taking the mic in. Hold on. No, it's acting super sensitive, and I don't know why. Let's see if that's it. How's that? Is that... I don't know. All right. Is it good or is it not good? Because on my end, it is super sensitive. And I don't know why. Hold on. Let's see. See if this works. Is that better? No? It's good? I hear you better without it for sure. Good now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... I don't know why it's being so sensitive. Sounded like a robot before he turned it up before. That's why. Let's see. Maybe that. We're just gonna use that. I don't know why it's being so sensitive. My mic is like way over here, like way this way. Okay, cool. Well, I guess it's... All right. Sorry about that. So going back off what I'm saying, guys, we've had... Really, it's not gonna let me paste it. Sweet. We've had record amount of selling. I turned it up before. I don't think I did. It's perfect now, Nomi, for Mike. All right, cool. We'll just do this. I'll listen back to it later and see what's wrong with it. I don't know why. Like, this happens every once in a while where, like, my computer, and I think I know what happens. When I do a Windows update, like, all of my volume gets fucked. So I'm sorry about that. Glad that it's working. If you missed anything, I'm sorry. But cool. Yeah, I mean, we've had record amounts of selling. Obviously, we pointed out all of the bearish indications all over the monthly time frame with lower volume as we were making new all-time highs, bearish divergences, momentum issues. It was all there, right? And now, there are people sitting here wondering what to do next. And I talked about this on Saturday. You have two positions, right? Either you just continue to hold through the storm. We will go and make a new all-time high again at some point. Or you're like me and you sold in the 100K area, you listened, and now you're waiting to buy next. And where is that area? Well, for me, that area is down here, right at the 50K, 54K-ish area. I'm actually going to extend this just a tad. Unlock. Bam. And we'll actually lock both of these together. Lock. Cool. Your screen is not centered. Dude, there's so many issues right now. We're just going to... Oh, wow. What is going on, bro? There we go. So many issues. So many issues. Maybe close the chat screen. Dude, I don't know what is happening with this live stream. This is crazy. I'm being hacked. I'm just being hacked, bro. This is crazy. All right. Someone give me a fucking thumbs up and let me know everything's good, dude. I updated my fucking Windows drivers and everything got fucked with. I didn't do anything. All I do is open up Streamlabs and hit go live. Everything got fucked. Let me know if we're good. Someone do one of these. Please. Please. This is crazy. Now, I'm going to go on X and make sure this sounds fine, dude. This is crazy. It's good? All right. This is crazy. All right. Someone give me a... All right. It sounds perfect. Cool. Awesome. All good. Sweet. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Don't update your Windows shit and then live stream. So, okay, what's next? I want to start with the S&P first, guys. For a while, I've had this kind of scenario drawn on the chart. Personally, I think we retest some areas. I think we see some correction. And why? Well, the simple fact of the matter is, you're up. We went up 45% with no correction. Wouldn't it make sense? Wouldn't it make a little sense to have some type of correction? Right? Nothing can go up in a straight line forever. Needs some kind of correction. I stated, I guess, prior all-time highs. We have a little bit of an area here. This would be about a 6-7% correction. It's pretty substantial on the S&P 500. Maybe further. The blue line was what I was originally looking at. You're looking at a 12%. That makes sense too. My argument is if we get a 12% correction on the S&P 500, Bitcoin is 1,000% going below 50K. 1,000%. Guys, the S&P 500 has corrected 2% from highs, and Bitcoin is down 40%. Mind you. Sorry. 43%. All right, cool. Thank you all. Sorry about the technical difficulties. If you're just showing up in the stream, I updated my Windows. I don't know what update it was, dude. And it just fucked everything. Everything got fucked. So I do apologize if you watch back in the stream. Hopefully it's good. Thank you for letting me know how bad it was. We're good now. So anyways, down 42%. If you're a macro trader like me, you need to keep an eye on this area, right? If we close below 74,500, now don't get me wrong. If we close at 74K or 73.5, I want to see a close that's here, between here. If you just have this little close, there's a little bit of support over here, right? We need to see really something close below 70K for it to be 100% official. We're going to 50K, right? So look, if we wick this and then close at 74 or 3, I don't know if I can, I'm not as confident in that breakdown, but if we close this week below 70K or around 70K, it's going to 50K. Over the next several weeks to months, we're going to see 50K. You have to play level by level, right? You just like in the 2021 bear market or 2022 bear market, right? You draw all your levels, right? 30K. You know, you got a little bit here. So you lose a level, bounce between two. Lose a level, bounce between two. Lose a level, right? And go down the train. So, you know, I don't want to be the guy that gives people bad news, but this to me is great news. We're going to get a chance to buy at 50K again. That is the next support. Again, you read support by looking from right to left. So basically inversed, right? I know some people are going to be like, well, what about this? Yeah, but the most recent one's here, right? Most recent ones here. So, because then you could get confused with this area. That area's got a little bit of confluence, but again, I think a close below 70K, man, and it's toast. Imagine if Flash Class to 50K, I would start buying. Like, if I got a notification, and actually I'm going to set one. I'm going to set one for 55,000 so I can start paying attention. If we start hitting the 55K mark, I'm buying. ETH prediction if Bitcoin crashes to 50K. If Bitcoin... I can see Ethereum going all the way down to 1K again. For sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin goes to 50K, I'd expect Ethereum to be at like 1,400, 1,500, but ultimately 1,000, maybe 800. You have to remember Ethereum did not perform as well in the bull run, which makes me think that it's not going to perform well at all in the bear market. I have one at the 60 range, also at the 55K. I mean, if we start getting 60K, I'm stoked. Very stoked. Just want to take a look at the dollar. You know, you almost wonder if this is a big sweep and that this is going to start moving higher now. Have you guys heard of like Wyckoff accumulation or Wyckoff accumulation and distribution? This would be accumulation. Big liquidity sweep, big bounce on the weekly candle, should start to move higher. Plus, you know, the narrative right now is we're trying to strengthen the dollar, right? Trump is trying to strengthen the dollar and reduce inflation. And, you know, so not only does the chart tell us that, the narrative around the current sitting president is exactly that. So, you know, if the dollar goes up, Bitcoin's going to go down. So just so you guys know, if the dollar, generally speaking, if the dollar is going to increase in value, Bitcoin and stocks are going to go down. Like, it doesn't take a genius to know this. That all of our stocks, all of our Bitcoin, all of our crypto is pegged to the dollar, right? If the dollar goes up in value, everything else is going to lose value. Eat the 7K next bull, or we continue to be super weak. I don't know. I'm only going to be buying Bitcoin. No, I don't hold altcoins. Altcoins are a waste of time. Send the dollar since everyone is max invested in markets now. Yeah, but you have to think that no matter what, people are going to be invested in the market. There's 401ks, there's large wealth transfers happening. Lots of stuff. I want to take a look at total. I haven't seen total. So, okay, total's at trying to be at support. At support. Total 2 has lost support. That's ugly. That's Bitcoin. No, Total 2 has lost a minor support, but entering a larger support. It's kind of amazing that alts haven't lost. You know, I say that, but I'm watching like Tau, right? You look at Tau and it's... I mean, this is down like 40% over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Bitcoin's only down like 20-ish%, right? I don't know what alts are holding their value, and I'm assuming the ones that are just down 99% and can't go down anymore. Like even Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum's down 40% in 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. I don't know why Total 3 isn't just nuking. Like this should be nuking. We're going to get rid of this garbage. We don't need it. Let's look at Tether. I mean, dude, this is clear as day. For those of you who have been watching the stream for a while and we look for confluence, right? Tether dominance. This breakout, right? 6.1%. This confirmed the Bitcoin bear market. When Tether goes up, Bitcoin goes down, right? If Tether would have broken this area, right, we'd be saying, okay, Bitcoin's going to continue in the bull run. Clean breakout. Dude, we are in a bear market. We are going to be in a bear market probably for the next 2 years, I'd imagine, if we follow the cycle. How is the bot doing? The bot's doing great, dude. It made a shit ton of money. And with the bot, I actually do have a message from the bot people, or I guess the bot team and myself. So they're going to allow me to keep opening it through copy trading. But if you're a high, what I would recommend, and look, they're not going to take, like, I hate to say this to some of you, they're not going to take people that are only putting $100 in. They want someone with like 50K, 100K, 200K. What this does, if you directly link it instead of copy trading. So here's the problem with copy trading. Here's something I can't fix. Let's say one day the bot makes money and then the next day it loses money, right? Or goes break even. So the day you make money, it sends me a cut of it, which I think is stupid. It should be based on a monthly performance level, right? So let's say you have like one winning month, or like one winning day and then a losing day, then losing day, then losing, or, you know, winning, loss, win. Let's say you won, then lost, then won, then lost, then won, then lost. You think you're break even? Well, no, the way that like some of these exchanges are set up, I've tried to change this. You'll actually be down in profit. Plus, it'll continue to pay out on wins regardless. Let's say you started a balance with like $100 and you lost and you're at 99, but then you go to 100, right? Then you win and you're back at 100. Well, it's going to send me 10 cents. It'll send me 10%. So now you're at 99.9, but you're still down. You haven't technically made any profit. So what the bot team's doing is they're saying, hey, we're not copy trading. There's no way to fix this. It's better if they just link you to their system. So if you're a high value person, right? I have a couple guys that are linked, dude. They've got $1 million in the bot. One made, let me go back and see what he made. I mean, he made close to $200,000. No, he made 150 grand last month from the bot. So about 15%. Very, very solid. That's the third or fourth month that he's made a shit ton of money. So here's the thing. You know, let's say he makes 100 grand this month, but next month the bot loses, or let's say this, because he's trading with $1 million. Let's say he loses 50 grand, right? And then the next month he makes 50 grand. So he's break even. We don't take any profits because you're technically not profitable. The bot team and I have decided that if we directly, like, and this is what they do for their direct links anyways, we are entirely based on performance. Like, if we're not making you money, we're not making money. So if you'd rather have that, which is a much better system, and they'll directly talk to you through Telegram or whatever your best means of communication, they'll set up a team member. I'll be in the chat as well. So they speak all types of languages. Interested in that, just let me send me a DM or DM me on Twitter, or DM me on Discord or Twitter, whatever, X, whatever. Gold and other metals have been added to a lot of exchanges. Are those also now included in total 3? Maybe. That could be the case. But I don't know. I try not to look at the total charts too much. I'm really just focused on Bitcoin. Like, you guys have to remember, Bitcoin is king. Whatever Bitcoin's doing, the rest of the market's doing. You're going to have your like one-off altcoins that like do a 10x while Bitcoin's in the bear market. But there's 30 million altcoins. How do you know which one's going to do that? It's amazing that like Link, dude. Link is dying. Link's down 70%. That's crazy. From where Bitcoin topped, it's down 70%. Insane. Right, I got a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to wrap up the live stream. I do appreciate 500 you being here. It's awesome. But I do need to wrap it up. I got to go make dinner and feed the dogs and stuff. But what's the next plan? Guys, again, I said it earlier in the stream, but I am targeting 50K ultimately to start my dollar cost average. What will that look like? It'll probably just be a buy every Monday morning. I'm just literally going to go on whatever exchange has my money on it, hit reoccur weekly, whatever amount that I decide. If I have $100, I'll probably do $1, $2. Let's say we get to like 50K and then we drop all the way to like 40K, right? I'll probably load up a bunch more, right? Or triple my buy. So instead of doing $1, I do $3. Let's say we drop like to 20, then I'll probably load up even more. So I'm trying to average down. I don't know where the bottom is, and neither do you. So the best case is to use historical preference, and historical preference is we drop about 80% in the bear market. I'm going to start about 60% down. I think that's reasonable. When did I close my Lincoln Tau positions? Dude, like literally a year or two ago. I mean, I tweeted when I closed everything. There was no secret on when I closed. There is a public tweet that I've tweeted 3 or 4 times saying I'm out. It's cooked. So, but last thing I want to leave you guys with, and I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties in the stream. I might stream again tomorrow just to fix this so we can go into more detail, and I'll have a little bit more time. I'm really watching this weekly candle heavily. We've got a lot of volume. We're only halfway through the week. If we close below 70K, like if we close below where the bottom wick is, it's a breakdown. And this is going to go to 50K. Whether it moves sideways a bit and then hits it, that is an option. The weekly is starting to get oversold, and the daily is obviously very oversold. So always an option. Don't think that, just because we don't just nuke straight down doesn't mean we're not going to get there. Could easily move sideways and go down further. What should I study to learn about trading or reading charts? Man, I'll be honest with you. I didn't read any books. I watched a couple YouTube videos. It's just experience. Finding out what works, finding indicators that match your trading style. I'll be real with you. I'm trying to experiment with a day trading strategy, which I'm actually like break even. I'll show you guys. So I'm on Trade-of-8 with a, and this is the other thing. You have to learn how to like go experiment with paper trading. Like this is a paper trading account. Basically I'm watching the NASDAQ and I'm looking for quick reversal opportunities. It's a 2-to-1, like a 50% win rate at the moment. So when I win 2 times that I lose. If it's successful, I'll explain it to you guys, but I don't want to waste your time if it's not. I'm only I'm not even a week in. I've won 2 trades and I've lost 4. Of the 4 that I took, 2 of them I shouldn't have taken. I jumped the gun a little bit. So we're waiting to see all that. Just for the sake of it, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So let me find like a nice little trade setup. Unfortunately, there's been a shit ton of. So what I'm looking for, and just so I can draw, what I'm looking for is this. So there's all this consolidation here, and then we break above. There's a gap, right? We create a gap with these 2 candles. Create a spinning top. Bam. What I'm looking for is a close below that. We get the close below here. I take the short. I ride the short 50 points, and then I cash out. My stop loss would be like 25 points. It's pretty successful. Again, it's a little bit more complicated than I'm explaining, but let me see if I can find another example. Like another good example. Let's see if there's like a trade on here. Oh yeah, here's a trade that I took. You can actually see it. So this is a trade that I took. There's a little gap right here. The consolidation would be this orange line. I actually took the short right here on this candle, rode this down. I took profit right about here. So again, taking profit on 50, my stop loss would be 25. So I think my stop loss was up here-ish, 49. It's work in progress, just side share. I mean, if it's successful, then maybe I'll run some live streams at that, but isn't there a name for that strategy? I know the candle pattern is a shooting. No, it's not a shooting star. It's a morning star, right? Morning star. It's like candle, wick, bigger candle, and then it reverses. So basically, that's what I'm trading. Just seeing if it's successful. I have a friend that does it, and he claims he makes a bunch of money. So either I prove him wrong, or he proves me wrong, and now I have a strategy where I can day trade. So. Roman, you still see it struggling to go below 70, accumulation range of 8 months. Dude, we've been at this range for 2 days, and we just dropped $20,000. I wouldn't say that this is struggling. Like, the weekly close hasn't even happened. It would be struggling if there were several weeks here and then we started bouncing. Like, this is $20,000 of downside. I wouldn't say anything is struggling. But not gonna lie, you nailed it all, and I appreciate it. All right, guys, I gotta end it there. I gotta go make food. I gotta do some shit.